In a true twin flame connection, when you meet your twin flame, there is no second chance for your ex-partner. It's the reason you leave, it's not, and yes, again, sometimes it happens that twins are activated to the journey and they meet each other and one of them is still in a relationship, but the mindset and the mentality is that, you know very well, that's not the reason to leave. Do you know what I mean? That's not the reason to leave. If it's a reason to leave, it's your karmic catalyst. It's your karmic catalyst. Let's do a few more. Karmic relationship. Karmic relationship. Resentment, trigger, perception, intensity, letting go, turmoil. I mean, it is on top of that girl with a snake, but again, you guys, it's difficult because I've met, sometimes there should be never no pressure, right? All is good. We experience life the way our soul is ready to experience life. This is why we return so many times, because this game is not easy to conquer, right? So many women go through exactly what I just described that you are going through, right? And then to make it easier for themselves, they meet this man that they believe that it's the other part of them and that love exists. And sometimes I find that it's pointless to really try to convince them, because when we're not ready to accept something, oh my God, I mean, the biggest ascended master could stand in front of you, the biggest oracle and a medium and source itself, and tell you that is not it. And if you're really not ready to accept that, you're just gonna say that no, it's a test. I know it's my person, right? And sometimes it's meant to be that way. Sometimes to believe that this is it, without a complete understanding what it really means, because in the end it all just labels. It's just, you know, a scenarios of this game that we live. Helps you to move on. So it's fine. But obviously, if this whole reading resonated and you're still here, it's because you're ready to accept. Because sometimes really it depends what we're going to do about it. To some women, it's the thrill, it's the excitement, it's constant return to this person that helps you to move on from the heartbreak, from the karmic, from the low vibrational energy, from the drama, right? And you hold on to that because it helps you to move on, right? But sometimes, you know, some women, that's why my belief is that it's always important to have that self-awareness and to know what we're dealing with. Because some women, they are confused and they take it to a next level. They really, again, very rare journey. Remember that. Very, very, very rare journey. Very rare. Nothing to do with love. I mean, yes, to do with love, but in a sense of becoming embodiment of love, not a romantical love. This is not a love story. That everything that you think about twin flames these days is it's a soulmate. It's a soulmate. The one that is meant to be with you, to have a happy family. Twin flames, again, like I said already, we are people who are meant to awaken to this world, to be one of those that will be the builders for the new earth. We have a mission and a life of service, a very unique mission for the both of us, to walk Christ consciousness, to become spiritual masters, to help in some way humanity. It's not a love story, okay? It's a great journey and it's a great honor and it's a great gift. But we have picture, missing you, memories. And backstabbing. Separation, loss, deception, shocking attack. I feel right now exhaustion at the bottom of the deck. I'm so confused right now. If you watch me, you know that I highlight to you guys that as I read, whether that's for one-to-one or collective, I embody the energy. I feel into your energy. Right now, I'm tired. I am confused. I want to turn this off and go to bed. So that would be how you would be feeling. And I feel that without you knowing, perhaps this is why this reading found you. Without you knowing, you are you think that this is maybe giving you hope, but you're now heartbroken over two people. You haven't healed from the previous relationship just yet, and this person is giving you in and out energy, pain, deception, and you are accepting this because somewhere somehow you read that this is how it's supposed to look like, which is a very shallow half truth. Your true twin flame is not meant to hurt you just to hurt you, because this is the nature of this relationship. We don't hurt each other really. We just reflect each other darkness. Why? Because you have to see the darkness, to integrate the darkness, to love the darkness, to ever become someone who is whole and becomes that spiritualist. What do I do with you? What do we do now? I don't even know. Let's just do guidance for February. Let's do guidance for February, and then maybe what's coming for February, because let's tap into energy of February. What's the guidance here? The distorted masculine. I'm hearing a couple of things with this. It's number 10. It may be a completion, ending certain things energetically in your mind, deciding to end certain things. I'm hearing a couple of things with this. First, remember I've mentioned this, and there's a reason I was hearing this, that without us knowing, most women sit in their masculine energy, right? These days, in the society that we live in, we think that it's the woman that always wants commitment and wants relationship and wants family, and men are those that are, undecided. But it's because of the distortion. True divine masculine is the one that grounds, that wants structure, that builds, that wants family, that wants stability. And the woman is the one that is constantly in between the veil. So she's always embodying partially this chaos of creation, right? So she's the one that needs to be grabbed and grounded, not other way around. So there's a complete distortion. So perhaps you should dive deeper if you really want to walk this path of self-discovery, self-awareness, and live a more of a peaceful, blissful life. I feel that the guidance for you would be to understand a little bit more how healthy masculine energy looks like and how healthy feminine energy looks like. I have a couple of articles about this on my website. Link is in my bio. If you're interested, there's a divine love section. You can read about this. One of them has even a list of qualities of divine and distorted, masculine versus feminine. But the other thing that I was hearing is that, because I'm really looking at this card, there you really need to feel into, there's part of you that idealizes, that ignores. I'm seeing the red flag card in the other deck. Maybe we'll do that deck as well. You ignore certain things. You ignore certain red flags. And more than anything, right now, your life is a destruction, right? It's sort of it's completely, there's still heartbreak. There's still unresolved issues from your past relationship. Your life is not peace. it's like they're showing me that you want to plant a seed for something that in your mind would be beautiful, but you want to plant that in literally this post-war, post-disaster, post-apocalypse desert land that will not be able to nourish that. You have to clean up first. And it's the urgency, and sometimes this is why we think, that why life is so cruel, that they bring us people. We talked about this recently here on my channel. The it's illusion. The right person in the wrong time. It's always an illusion. Every person, there are no coincidences in the universe. They come in exactly when they need to come in. And sometimes in true soul connections, we have to separate to do exactly that, to energetically clean look at this picture, to clean the mess of our life. And if it's really destined, it will make its turn when the time is right. But you will never build a mature, lasting relationship if a life of two people is a complete mess. It's just impossible. So I feel like now the guidance for you would be, don't focus on who this person is. Don't focus on what you can build with this person. Don't focus on whether you have a future or not. Focus on cleaning your house, closing the past, healing your wounds, letting go, closing that karmic relationship. Your focus should be still on the past. And I highlight this to you guys often, that in this life we are in between karma and dharma, right? So our southern and northern stars, sometimes we call it physical karma and spiritual karma. And we will never going to be fully able to connect to our highest destiny, which is our karma, which is our dharma, if we are constantly like bathing ourselves and not closing the lessons of karma, because they're constantly going to be returning. There are specific things in this life that your soul wanted to learn and experience. And until you close all of them properly, learn, release, forgive, let go, evolve from them, you will never fully connect to your dharma. You will be constantly, periodically returning, different environments, different people, but the same lessons, right? I feel you're being really invited to focus on cleaning up the mess. Resolving conflict. Resolving conflict, number 26. And it's something that, many women don't understand. And I've met women who thought that they were connected to their twin flame. Yes, it's true that your true twin flame, your divine counterpart, awakens the shadows within you, activates the traumas. We're reflections of each other. But he also awakens the deepest amounts and vibrations of love, softness, compassion that reside within you. Ultimately, us divine feminines who were awakened to our divinity through our divine counterpart, through what we call a twin flame, we hold no resentment to anyone. We understand the meaning of life. We understand that things had to happen. We understand that there is no good and evil, that there are no snake people that only want to get us. We just understand that if someone is distorted, that distortion was created for some sort of event and a wounding. We see ourselves in everyone. We look at people with compassion. We learn empathy. We are understanding, and we make peace with anyone, no matter what this person did to us, any kind of ex, any kind of, distorted parent, anyone who harmed us, even in the worst way. This is the whole point of it, Christ consciousness. Love and compassion and empathy towards anyone. So think about that. Because you still have unresolved conflict. And I've done many videos about, energy cords and closing contracts and how to close karmic contracts with our past partners, or just patterns. If those contracts are patterns that not always people, there's need to be forgiveness and understanding and letting go, because you may think that you've separated yourself from your past partner, right? You may think that you signed a divorce, you have nothing to do with this person, you never see them, but as long as the moment you hear their name, what comes through is not neutral, so it's resentment, it's oh my god, right? You are always energetically reopening the cords, recreating the cords. And I'm not saying, by no means that you, again, it's something that I teach you guys. Closing a karmic contract is something we do on our end. So I'm not saying that you have to sit down with this person and put your effort until you're actually on the same page. You may never be on the same page, but on your end, you have to close it. You have to understand fully to the very core why it happened. How could you have done this better? Looking at you, not just putting the finger towards the other person, looking at you. What was the lesson for me? How could I have reacted in a better, more mature, more self-aware, compassionate, empathetic way? I release you with love and light. Until you do that, you won't be able to ever connect to your dharma. Life's purpose. Number 19. I'm going to do one more for your first row. Maturity. Maturity. We have maturity. Number 19 and number 23. I heard 19 may be important, so maybe for some of you it has a meaning. Either someone was born or the 19, or I've heard as well a child that is 19, so a son specifically I heard, so maybe it's a detail for some of you. But I really do feel that the highest guidance, again, life is a choice. What we talk about here is a guidance that I receive from your guides, what you should do, but you have free will, right? But I feel that for you right now, the highest guidance would be to focus on closing what you are leaving behind, to fully make sure that the lessons will learn, that the energy is cleared, that there is no conflict, neutralize it through learning that lesson. And then moving to a phase when you are actually focused on you, because through learning those lessons we start to understand, why did we come here to this world in this specific lifetime? What is it that my soul wanted to learn? What is it my soul wanted to understand? The ultimate objective of a soul is not what we gain, what exactly we experience, who we're going to be with and who we won't be with, where we're going to go and where we're not going to go. The ultimate experience of a soul is that I enter the experience of this life and then I end it. What changed? What did I learn? How did I expand through experiences that I haven't experienced before? It's not about anything in the physical world. They're really wanting you to learn from this experience, this past karmic relationship that was really meant to be. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a punishment. It's something that your soul chose. So now, why? I want to pull a couple of these to confirm, and then we're gonna sort of do tarot for what's coming in February. What's the guidance? Sound healing. I'm actually hearing silence, so maybe you've been oh, I just felt this like literally pain in my heart, in my chest. Maybe you are guided to do some sound healing. Maybe you are sitting in a very tense place. Maybe you need to decompress a little. And I always teach you guys that there are sort of two types of spiritual practices. One is always, all of them are permission slips. I've done a whole series as well about spiritual practices recently, but half of these practices will really be designed to go inwards and connect on a deeper level, and they will be a sort of a core elements of self-work, like shadow work, meditation, right? And there's going to be some that will be more like a sprinkle that they're very helpful, but it only in a shorter, so right, so they're not going to address the root cause, but they may help you how you're feeling in the moment, right? And that's energy work and sound healing. So maybe you are very much in a distress and you need a little decompression, and you need to, I'm hearing more again, silence, sounds of nature. But maybe it would be beneficial for you if you do have a place near you where they organize sound baths, and if not, you can find yourself some sessions online. Some are available free of charge on YouTube. Sometimes you can find maybe like a spiritual teacher or a school that you resonate with a little bit more. And sometimes I find that it's people, oftentimes, it's coming to my mind, so maybe it's coming to my mind for a reason. People oftentimes really are obsessed or desperate to find things that are free, right? So free readings, free YouTube things, right? Maybe they think that if something is spiritual, I don't know, we shouldn't be paying for it, but there's a mentality of human beings when we pay for something that we actually make a commitment. Money is just energy, nothing more. Money is just energy. It shows that you're willing to invest in yourself. It shows, so there's a reason I'm hearing this. So maybe you are guided to actually find like a sound school, sound healing center that, for example, they have, you can purchase like a program and download an app, and then you pay like a fee on a monthly basis, and then you once or twice a week you have an actual live via Zoom or whatever session. Because it's not only the energetic investment that we make in ourselves, but it's also that when you say I'm going to do it on YouTube, first of all, it's like you're confused, you don't have this guidance, so who do I listen, when do I do it, and then you do it one day, then you do it the other. When you have like an actual program, like an actual school, they have a schedule, so you know that like twice a week, that day and the other day, you're gonna have to do it. It's a bit of a more of a commitment. There's a reason that was coming to my mind. So maybe you also struggled recently with committing to yourself, with actually being there for yourself, doing that little something, as little as it is, as sound healing, right? Hold on. Okay, we have technology detox. Maybe you are being invited to, as well, to stop scrolling, to stop. I'm hearing more than anything with those two cards, distractions. So maybe in a moment of distress, and I'm seeing a vicious cycle card from my other deck. So maybe in a moment of stress, discussion, pain, heartbreak, instead of just being there for yourself, feeling into your body, feeling the emotions, you maybe have the tendency to run towards distractions. So you go out, or you scroll, because you just don't want to think about what you're actually feeling and what's actually going on. So I'm hearing to cultivate a little bit more presence. We will never get rid of an emotion, understand an emotion, if we don't feel it. It's distractions of this world, low vibrational distractions are the biggest enemy of growth. We, in order to truly heal your heart, when people are faced with pain, there are only two ways. Or really feel it, to the point that it becomes your friend. Love it, feel it, understand it. And only then you're able to let go. Or create a fortress, numb the pain, swipe it under a rug, and it will get silent at one point, but it will always be a part of you. It will always be the ruler and the master of you. It won't go away. You won't be able to alchemize it into something of a preferred higher vibration. Karmic clearing. We have karmic clearing. There's karma you need to clear. They won't let you to truly go, yes, our life sometimes, and it's something that people struggle to understand. If you have a specific lesson, right? Let's say you wanted to learn something. Love yourself, or create boundaries, or remove certain conditioning, right? You have this long relationship. You attracted a specific person through this contract to your orbit to learn this, and now you're leaving this relationship. People think that they lock their hearts, they avoid the pain, and they think that I learned, so I'm going to avoid something like that. Rest assured that universe will send you the same lesson. It will be milder, it will be more pleasant, it won't be as painful, because universe isn't cruel. It's not, here to, our guides are not here to get us and to be mean to us. So you're going to meet that next partner who's going to be maybe a better person. You're going to be somehow happy with this person, but still it's not going to be a true soul, dharmic connection to thrive. But it's going to be something that will meant to teach you the same thing. It's just in a milder way. And it's going to take you years before realizing that, because your mind will convince yourself that it's different because you're choosing better for yourself. The only way to attract dharma is to clear karma, period. And many people get stuck on a karmic level for their whole lives, and it's absolutely okay. Again, it's not a race. This human life, it's a marathon. That's why we live so many lifetimes before we're ready to actually, those final lifetimes, to actually thrive. Be authentic, be seen, and that's on top of the maturity. I feel that with that card, the boundaries, there's a reason I've mentioned boundaries. I feel that your karmic lesson on a very surface level, high level, in order to really read into your contract, this is why we do one-on-one sessions, but collectively speaking, on a very high level, your lesson would be that you are numbing your own truth, your inner truth, your authentic self to please others in relationships. You become who you think that you are expected to become. There are no boundaries. You blur your boundaries because you're not connected to your authentic self, who I really am. You only find yourself through another person, which can only invite codependency. Nothing else. Nothing else. I'm thinking, what should we do? Should we do I'm very confused, you guys. I remember last time I was so confused in a reading. Oh, good news. Drop down. Bless you. Maybe you just received a message that made you smile, whatever that was. Sorry. I feel like I want to do shadow work for you. I want to do shadow work more than anything, because you know how I always say it's difficult to say what's going to happen if you are in moments of such big decisions. You are now in a moment that you're going to be learning how much choice influences your future. So whatever you're going to choose for yourself now, whether you're going to actually listen to the guidance from your guides that was, you know, delivered to you through the channel of me, or you're going to ignore it, it will heavily influence like the next months of your life. So let's maybe do some shadow work. I feel it's going to be a little bit more in context of love and in context of relationships. I want to start from